Welcome to Taz Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is January the 2nd, 2021. Man, I need to try to remember those things. But, ladies and gentlemen, we got some SmackDown. We talk about the New Year's SmackDown, because both Christmas and New Year's was a Friday. That means Friday Night SmackDown. So it was taped. And, ladies and gentlemen, we got a big return. Well, it's not a big return, but she got reinstated. She got hired back. But, ladies and gentlemen, Sonya Deville is back on SmackDown. She is rehired. Since she got fired, or she had to leave from SummerSlam because she lost to Mandy Rose, now she's back. At least it kind of helps more of the women's division in SmackDown. Because I think she was wrestling during the pandemic stuff. So I think she's okay doing it again. So at least that helps the women's division in SmackDown. We don't have to see the same people over and over again. Now we get to see Sonya Deville. That's interesting. But ladies and gentlemen, a lot of things are happening this SmackDown. There was a lot more matches, but mostly it's all tag team matches, except for the first match and the main event. But the first match got turned into a tag team match. But ladies and gentlemen, first we got Roman Reigns coming out and saying a whole bunch of words, blah, 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 saying that Happy New Year and all that stuff, and saying that 2020 was Jey Uso's year. Because he was main eventing after main eventing, all that stuff, because Roman thinks it's because of him. How's it because of him? Aren't you the one that beat him up all the time because he doesn't do what you say? I do remember you smashing a chair over your cousin's back because he did his splash off the turnbuckle. Do you understand that? Do you remember that part? I do. But ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Owens came out and Roman Reigns says, nobody wants you, nobody wants to see you, blah, 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 blah. Roman Reigns just wants to be a coward and walk away and not deal with Kevin Owens. The last two times he had a match with him, he ran away like a big baby and used his cousin to help him out to win a match in the TLC match and the Steel Cage match. But Kevin Owens says, I don't want to fight you, Roman. I want to fight Jey Uso. It's all about Jey Uso, so let me fight him tonight. But, ladies and gentlemen, and then he went to Adam Pearce, Mr. Kevin Owens, and Adam Pearce says he was ordered to Roman Reigns saying, no, I can't make this match happen, but Kevin Owens, I guess he knows Adam Pearce for 15 years, all that stuff. I don't know what happened there, but okay. But, ladies and gentlemen, and then Adam Pearce says, I will give you anyone else in this roster. And then Kevin Owens says, okay, I want Roman Reigns. And Adam Pearce can't do that. But Adam Pearce agreed to the match between Kevin Owens and Jey Uso. So that would be our main event. So first match of the evening, we got the new Intercontinental Champion Big E go one-on-one with King Corbin with Sami Zayn on commentary and his little goons in his corner. It was a pretty decent match, but Big E was about to win the match. He did a big ending, but he was about to win the match until Sami got off the commentary and attacked Big E, and then here comes Cutler and Blake attacking Big E as well. King Corbin was outside the ring. I don't know what he was doing, but he was outside the ring. And then Apollo Crews came out to save Big E, and then it was official. It will be a tag team match between Sami Zayn, King Corbin versus Apollo Crews and Big E. Big E already won one match by disqualification. Now he has another match. But it was a pretty decent match. But ladies and gentlemen, Sami Zayn was yelling at Cutler and Blake because they're not doing what he says. They listen to King Corbin, not Sami Zayn. And then he yelled at King Corbin, tell you guys to listen to me as well. And he says, they don't listen to you. And then he was about to do the Huma kick, and he almost hit King Corbin in the face with a Huma kick, but he stopped it. And King Corbin was upset, and he says, I didn't hit you. So no big deal. And then, like Mr. King Corbin told his knights, let's get out of here. Let's go away. So they walked off. He walked off on his tag team partner, and Sammy says, I don't need you. And then he got integrated to the skull by Apollo Crews, and then a power bomb. And looks like Sammy needed Mr. King Corbin. He just thinks he's a top guy, but the top guy just got butt kicked by Apollo Crews and Big E. But we heard that Big E was going to be having an open challenge next week for his Intercontinental title, but Mr. Apollo Crews accepted the match, and at next week it would be Apollo Crews versus Big E for the Intercontinental title. Well, ladies and gentlemen, next tag team match, we got the Riot Squad. We'll be versing Natalya and Tamina. Natalya got some new theme song. She had her theme song for a long time now. Now she got a new theme song, but ladies and gentlemen, they were accompanied by Billy Kay. But when the Riot Squad is getting ready to win, because they did win, Billy Kay was cheering for those two now. Not those two. Who is she going to choose? Who is she choosing? And who is her partner? I would love to see, I forgot what year it was. I think it was like 2017. When did Charlotte Flair go to SmackDown the first time? Was it 2017? When they had the welcome communities thingy bobber? With Natalya, Carmella, I believe, Tamina. I know there was a fourth one. I think there was a fourth one. But I want to see if they're going to do the same thing with Billy Kay. But she's the leader of this team now. It'll be interesting. But the Riot Squad gets the win, and Billy Kay does not know who to choose. Who is she going to choose to team up with? Is she going to be a manager or is she going to wrestle? I don't know. But ladies and gentlemen, we have another women's tag team match, and I hope these four will stay as a team and go for the women's tag team titles. I think they're going to be an interesting tag team and convert Charlotte Flair and Asuka for the women's tag team titles. We got Carmella teams up with Bayley to versus Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair. I thought it was a pretty decent match. I enjoyed the match. But the winner of that match was Carmella and Bayley when Bayley and Bianca Belair was fighting outside the ring, and Carmella got the pin onto the SmackDown Women's Champion. And then we got another tag team match for the men's. We got Daniel Bryan and Otis versus Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro, because Chad Gable and Otis, during the break, I guess, or before the show started, Mr. Chad Gable and Otis was helping Daniel Bryan to train for the Royal Rumble match, and it doesn't look a nice thing. It doesn't look like a very cool thing to see. Because some people will have dirty minds. I had that dirty mind because it looked horrible and looked disgusting. But Daniel Bryan was doing something with hips and with Otis, and it was weird, and it was on his backside. So yeah, maybe you guys will understand what I'm talking about when you guys watch the show, when you watch that part. And then we got Cesaro coming out, and Shinsuke and Lady Joan, they were talking trash to them, and that's how the tag team match happened. And I thought it was a pretty decent match. I guess Chad Gable's a good guy now. Still a good guy. He was a bad guy when he wanted the ransom on Riddle, when Riddle was part of SmackDown. Is he a good guy now? People I like Chad Gable. He's good in the ring. Dominic and Chad Gable will be a good match to see. Where is the Mysterios? Where's the Mysterios? They had a little rivalry with King Corbin, and then I understand that people don't want Dominic on wrestling or to wrestle, but why you keep Rey Mysterio off or Murphy? I don't understand that. Why you would do that? But ladies and gentlemen, this match was a pretty decent match. Daniel Bryan and Otis gets the win against Cesaro and Shinsuke. It was a pretty decent match. But like I said, Daniel Bryan and Otis wins the match. And ladies and gentlemen, they were doing the hip stuff. I don't think you guys can see my hips. I don't think you want to. But they were doing the hip stuff, and ladies and gentlemen, they gets the win. Good job for them. But we saw the Street Profits having their predictions of 2021. And ladies and gentlemen, Angelo Dawkins got a drum set. Do you remember when parents bought their kids drum sets, or the grandparents did? They said, oh crap, they got drum sets. You know how noisy those things are? It's like Angelo Dawkins. People would think he had rhythm, but no, he was just banging. I think he was just banging. And ladies and gentlemen, he got some drum sets, and why is that happening? Because there's no fans to stop the noise. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. So they made fun of Sami Zayn, and they had that t-shirt at Christmas. I was the Intercontinental Champion. They want to be the best, #1 selling on the WWE.com or shop.com. And they talk about Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode, that Dolph Ziggler is the youngest, or I forget what he called him. I know something with Shawn Michaels. He was trying to be Shawn Michaels and all that. When they were about to get Robert Roode, talking about Robert Roode, they attack the Street Profits. Ziggler and Robert Roode attacked the Street Profits, and ladies and gentlemen, they destroyed Montez Ford's leg. But some reason, when they were getting attacked, they held on their tag team titles around their waist. It was weird. I thought they would just take them off and don't try to break them. Didn't work. Then we have our main event, Kevin Owens versus Jey Uso. Hard-hitting match, but ladies and gentlemen, the end of that match was Kevin Owens with a stunner. But ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Owens made a promise that he will fight him and he will beat him up after the match. And that's what he did. He beat him up, he handcuffed him to the ropes, beat him up a little more, and then he took the key out of his shoe or knee pad and puts it on the two wrists that you can't fight back, and they went into this onto the ramp, and then to the Thunderdome where the LED people are, and then he put him on top of the table. He went on top of the first floor of the LED lights of the fans that is watching, and he was about to do a frog splash until Roman Reigns. Man, it's a big space there. Like, why couldn't it, when there's fans there, why couldn't it be bigger than that? Maybe because there's legs in the way. But no, it looks bigger, man. It looks bigger. I don't know, it's because it's just screens or not people sitting, but it looks bigger. But they were fighting on top of the Thunderdome, where the stands are. They were fighting on top of it, and then Jey Uso got back up. He attacked Kevin Owens. It was a double team with Roman Reigns and Jey Uso. They tossed him back onto another floor of the LED lights. And then, ladies and gentlemen, they were still fighting on there, and for some reason there was chairs on that floor. They start beating Kevin Owens with chairs. Jey Uso still has handcuffs on him. And then, ladies and gentlemen, Roman Reigns just smashing Kevin Owens' face into the LED lights. I don't know whose face he's smashing his face to. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I wonder when you're watching and your screen is getting smashed, do you get to see up front to his face? Or is this like a normal thing? I don't know. I've never been on the Thunderdome. But, ladies and gentlemen, so he was smashed multiple times onto the LED lights. We saw Kevin Owens was busted open a little bit over here. And then Roman just says, now you know. And he looks at the table and he tosses Kevin Owens off the LED Thunderdome into a table. And that's the end of the New Year's of SmackDown. And ladies and gentlemen, that's how you do a 2021. It's pretty cool. But ladies and gentlemen, if you guys enjoyed the video, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys on Raw Legends Night when we see the WWE Championship on the line between Drew McIntyre and Keith Lee, and then we get to see a whole bunch of legends on Raw. That's all for me today. I say, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit the subscribe button. hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. And that's all for me today. Time is out. Bye.